days. So there were two kind of rough days, okay, where there was like, oops, we're out, okay? And those were kind of rough days, and that was just when you thought you were adapted to the situation and things got icky, okay? So one of the things that you're going to find when you start setting up plans is plans are great, but they're most likely going to change. One of the people who did the exercise has to live in lots of different places. She takes care of pets and kids and other things that are messy, okay? And she goes to other people's houses to do this. And it occurred to her that basically she knows where the channel changer is and where the front door key is, and that's about it, okay? She doesn't know if they have extra water, extra food, whatever they've got, so on and so forth. What about the wine cellar, okay? What if it gets really bad? We have to drink all the wine. She doesn't know about all that stuff, and it would be nice if she did know that, okay? If you're the traditional person, let's say you're a maniac for this stuff, okay? So the maniac would be the person who's got his house all set up, okay? He's got the all set up, he's got the nuclear power plant in the backyard in case it all goes down, he can flip that thing on, and he's good for a millennium of generating power. He's dug his own well, he's got everything all set, he's ready to go. And his car, he's got a go bag, okay? He's got 3 gallons of water in the car, he's got all this other stuff, knives, clubs, hammers, chaw sayings, everything, duct tape, and toilet paper, yeah. Toilet paper, I don't have that. Yeah, all that good stuff, and he has stuff at the office, okay? He's got all that stuff, and then sure enough, he's at church when the tsunami comes, okay? It's like, oops, okay? Yeah, it's very nice to decide that you know where you're going to be and what the disaster is going to be so you can play the game that way. And then the minute you start playing the game, you realize, oh, that wasn't, I played the wrong disaster, okay? And doing this. Somebody was asking about how much money, okay? And one of the things is that you've been money for what? Yeah, to buy stuff, right? Yeah, you're going to buy stuff. But in fact, a can of tuna may be worth more than the $2,000 that you have. So bartering a can of tuna may actually turn out to be more valuable because somebody's really not that concerned with a 20. How many 20s do you have to eat before it tastes like a can of tuna? And the answer is, haven't done it, it's a lot, okay? It's a stack of those babies before you do it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have readily available cash, okay? I personally went through a thing with the IRS where, for some reason, the huge brokerage firm that I've been with had been absorbed by another huge brokerage firm. And I sold whatever the piece of product that they had sold me that had done nothing but lose money. And then the IRS came and said, we want all the taxes on the growth of this product. And I said, I lost money on this product. They said, well, what did you buy in at? I go, I don't know. I'll call the brokerage guys. So I called them and I said, what did I originally buy this for? And they go like, we don't know. I said, you don't know? He said, no, we absorbed the other company and we changed your account numbers and we don't know. All you do is look at people's money. That's all you do, and you don't know where my money went? And the guy explained to me on the phone truthfully, no, we just sell stuff. We don't care about your money at all. I went, oh, cool. I said, will you write me a piece of paper that said how much the money was when we changed hands or whatever, which worked out better for me because most of the last thing they did, the IRS hasn't come to get me yet. Coming, I'm sure, yeah. Good to do it. So once again, they didn't know. There's a good chance that when the Chinese get done with our banking system, that you're going to wake up tomorrow and find out that you took the good advice and you were a good environmentalist and you don't have stacks of paper at home that says how much money you put it all on the internet. And you're going to find out that when Bank of America gets hacked and everybody's down to zero, and you go in and say, yesterday I had $5 million in the bank. And they're going to go, gosh, that's too bad because we really don't have any records. We're starting over. So it'd be nice if you could come in with a piece of paper that says, you have all that paper that people make fun of you. You're going to bring that paper and they're going to, damn it, they're going to have to give you your money back. But the rest of us, we're all going to walk in with our phones going, yesterday it said, okay, you're not going to know. So once again, there's going to be a belief that you know what the disaster is going to be. So in terms of money, yeah, how much? $2,000 is good. It's for all kinds of things that can go bump in the night. That's not necessarily nuclear disasters or whatever. Your banks have a bump of any sort, and it's going to take them a while to reset everything. All your cards aren't going to work, so on and so forth. They're going to go like this. You're going to read your contract and realize that they have an exorbitant amount of time before they have to give you any of the money back in the bank. Okay? It's the 1920s all over again. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Calm down. You get $100,000 in the bank. It's guaranteed, provided you can prove you had $100,000. Okay? Which they're going to say no. Okay? So once again, when we're talking about preparing for disasters, number one thing we're going to be dealing with is water, water, and more water. Now, first of all, you're going to need a lot of water. You're going to need it in multiple locations. I'll give you some examples. I worked with a group, Job Corps. They had people that live there, they trained them, so on and so forth. And the young woman who took this stuff very seriously went out and got this giant thing, it's about the size of this closet device here, filled with water. And then when we were looking at it, I said, what if you know, this all fell in and you couldn't get to that? Or something fell on it and it broke? Or a mouse got in there and died? Okay, and she's like, so the water would be, that's something that won't be cured by 2 chlorine tablets? I said, no, probably not, okay? So that would be all gone. I said, yeah. I said, besides, how are you going to get everybody into here to get the water, to take it out to wherever you need the water, and so on and so forth? Do you have cups for this? Do you have canteens? Do you have, how are you going to, oh, we hadn't really thought about like how we get the water from here to wherever we need to get it. So does she still have that? Yes, she does, but now she's gone to the second level of having the little packets, okay? If you got 120 people you got to distribute water to, it might be easier to give out juice bags than have people stand in line with a cup going like this and turn around and spill it and then go like, oh no, can I do it again? It's like, no, in terms of doing that, you had your cup of water. Multiple locations for the water to be in, okay? It should be somewhere in your house. It should probably be in 2 places in your house, okay? Probably 2 places, okay? Because things are probably going to go badly in your house. It wouldn't be bad to have some water in your car for all the reasons. You guys ever try to go over the grapevine on the wrong day? Yeah, snow or whatever it happens to be, and you're stuck there for whatever that period of time. I've been stuck there one time for almost a 24-hour period where they decided that there was too much snow to go back and forth. It was nice to have some fluids as well as some other stuff. So water is the main thing that you're going to deal with. Being able to use water to clean yourself, all those kind of things, injuries that you might have, cooking, any of those kind of things that you're going to need. I know people that have tons of freeze-dried everything, and it's like freeze-dried everything and where's the water? My favorite survival stuff from a food standpoint is canned food. There's a number of reasons for this. First of all, the expiration on canned food, I don't care what it says on the label, you can add a 0 to that, okay? I've got a guy that's in the drug business, and his favorite thing about it is that everything expires in 2 years. Sure it does. So you just got to buy it again. It's like there's no evidence that most of this stuff goes bad in 2 years, but somebody said it did, so he's like, yeah, for sure, let's do that, okay? So once again, it's going to say it's expired. You're going to open that up. My guess is it's going to be okay. Another nice thing about canned food is that provided you've got a can opener, yeah, which you should have a couple of those also, because they break, and most of the ones you actually use, if you do actually use cans to anything, are electric. Those are not going to work, okay? So you're going to want the old cranky ones, or what we used to call the John Waynes, the P52s, or the little tiny ones that you, the size of the thumb that crank yourself through. There's fluid in there. Most of what you're going to get in a can is going to be fluid. It may look like corned beef hash to you, but most of that stuff in there is water, water, and more water. The tuna, you ever squeeze the whatever out, and there's like, there's a ton of oil and water, or whatever it is that you have it wrapped in that's in there. All of that's good because it's more water supply, and the one thing you're going to find you need a lot of is water stuff. Go into the bathroom, okay? Generally speaking, you can just go outside, zip it down, and have the time of your life, okay? Fantastic. Here, you're going to have, it's a little bit more trouble, okay? Yeah, but when it comes potty time, everybody should have a 5-gallon bucket. They're nice because they're a good place to put all your survival stuff in anyway. For about $5 or $6, you can buy a top that goes on it that looks just like the top that's on your toilet at home, except for that it's usually green and plastic. It flips up, you're going to go in there. Some people go to the trouble of putting plastic bags and other stuff in there. You're probably better off just throwing peat moss in there or coconut aftermarket stuff in there, and that's, you've got yourself a composting toilet, okay? Fantastic, okay? The best thing ever. My sister has one in her $3 million house in Virginia, and she just hates regular toilets now. This one never has to get the plunger out for it. Twice a year she takes it in the back and does this, and they later makes tomatoes out of it. So once again, that's going to be something you're going to need if you're going to have to do this for any extended period of time. And I don't know about any of you guys that regularly go on maybe at least a 36-hour. I mean, 36 hours, probably most of us in the room do, or you should be talking to your physician, okay? In terms of doing that. So those are 2 big ones. We're talking about food and water. You've got to have at least 3 days. I would say that most people nowadays are saying closer to 10, because when things go bad, they will go bad. You have some advantages and disadvantages of being out here. My disadvantage is I'm in the urban environment, which means that when the earthquake comes, there will be zombies. So we'll have all of that stuff. It will be nasty. all right? Most of those people are not used to waiting for a bus for 15 minutes. They're not going to be very happy when they have to wait 15 minutes. Over the weekend, we had them protesting police brutality, and then they were mad at the police because they didn't stop traffic, and then they were also mad at them because they wouldn't let cars out that had parked there and they were done with the protest. Just, yeah. I've been to Tanzania, you don't have those kind of protests because the police aren't helping you with your car or anything else later. But anyway, so once again, their expectation of what's going to happen is not very realistic. They're used to people providing everything for them. And they're not going to be very happy, and they're not going to do it. I live in a beautiful 1922 building, and every 3 months or so I have to do the Barney Fife thing, where I have to go through the whole thing. We've got that beautiful basement with all these little cubby holes in it. We've got the solarium, we've got the little room downstairs, and I have to go around at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, I'm sorry, you don't live here. You have to go. And then I have to get into a 20-minute conversation. If I'm not hurting anything, what's wrong with that? What kind of, would you vote for Nixon? I have to go through the whole, yes, yes, and yes. You still don't live here, okay? You gotta go, okay? All of that stuff. Once again, they feel that they're able to do that on a regular balmy day that's beautiful in Long Beach. I can't imagine what they're going to be coming in looking for when there's no water, toilets, so on and so forth that are available. My guess is they're going to feel that they definitely are allowed to come in, okay? Because why not? Right? They're going to be doing that. Out here, your other end of it is, this is a long way to come to go foraging, okay? We'll talk about your next door neighbor in a minute because he's coming over, okay? But it's a long way to go foraging, right? That's an advantage. The disadvantage is, it's going to be a long time before people get to you. My baby sister lives about 20 miles outside of Charlottesville, Virginia, or up above the national park. It's beautiful, idyllic. Thomas Jefferson would like to live there, but he got stuck down in Monticello, where it's not nearly as nice. Yeah, it's all great until it snows, rains, or a drunk goes off the road and knocks the electricity, phone, etc. over. Because when it comes time to get that fixed, there are only 3